Hello everyone, welcome back to Rose Lane. I'm here now with the final flip through for this envelope journal that we did. So I just finished it off a little bit with a couple of other things that I didn't get to yesterday. Some of you may have been saying to me, you didn't glue the back bottom pocket. Well, I did. I've got it done now. In any case, I'm finished with this. I finished with the stenciling. I finished with the pockets. If you were watching the video as we made it, you kind of have seen this as we've gone along. I put this lace on it and just finished off with a few little pieces. Left it pretty simple. So this is about 8.5 by, I believe, should be about 4.25. Yep. So that's what we did as far as that. So it's like a perfect TN size. I did 2 3-hole pamphlet stitches here to stay away from these corners, and when I glued the lace down, that sort of glued these corners down, so it came out okay. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take the ribbon off. We're going to do just a quick flip through, and hopefully we'll be done with this in just a few minutes. So what I did was these cards, and I'm just going to try to kind of pull them out together if I can. Come over here. This flips open. I put some extra papers in here. This one is just tea-stained paper, which I did a little more stenciling on, front and back. I folded that up. I have this paper, which is from like a notebooky type thing, and I just folded that. And then I have this bit of ephemera in there as well, this receipt. So I just put those in here. So there's lots of extra journaling space inside that part of the envelope. So let's try to get these things back in as best as we can. Put that one over there. This one here, and this little guy right down in there. And we'll just open up and we'll go through. So I had this in here to hold on to my things while I glued them down. So that was my mistake. Hang on one quick second. There we go. So what I did here, I have 2 journaling cards in this lace pocket in the front. We did this yesterday on the tutorial video where we made the ribbon and the bow. I have a couple of buttons. I have little butterfly here, of course, with my Wink of Stella on it, and a little pearl in the middle there. And then these cards were just inked around the edges and left plain. And again, this cover was from Tales of You and Me, which is a Prima 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. And all of these ephemera cards, all the journaling cards, were from, excuse me, were from My Porch Prints, the Rose ephemera set. So what I did here, and you remember that, I think, if you watched the video, that I did some stenciling, and I did it in the antique linen, and I used one stencil. I went back and I stenciled some more. Let me see if I put it onto the, I used this stencil, the Flourish stencil from Tim Holtz, and I did pink, which is the same color as this ribbon. So I did some stenciling on these pages, and this is all I really did. So I'm just going to flip through it real quick. Some of this is done in the antique linen, and then some pink. I did nothing else. I didn't want to put any more pockets in. Things can be clipped in. It just depends. But this is 40 pages front and back, is all that is right there, with all the different stenciling. Just went randomly around the pages. This is the antique linen again, and then the rose. Antique linen here, and the rose again, and more of the antique linen and the rose. So it's more pink than the antique linen. And then this is the back pocket here with these 2 journaling cards in it. Again, just plain on the back. This is going to be a really quick tutorial because there's not a lot to show. And like I said, I just left it very simple. Things can be added to this or not. I love the way these lace pockets look, that you can see the card through the pockets. I just think that's just so pretty. So anyway, again, a ribbon, a couple of buttons, another butterfly here with its little wings going up, and a little pearl on the back, on its back. And then to the back here, we again have the cards. Take that one out. This opens up, and the same kind of thing on this side. I have a piece of ephemera like this. I have this double fold piece of paper, which was folded, and then another 8.5 by 11 with some stenciling on it in the antique linen as well. So that is really all there was to this. I'm not even sure that this took 3 or 4 minutes to do, but it's a nice quick video. If you hadn't watched the tutorial on how to make it, but you're watching this video now, you can go back and find that tutorial and go ahead and try to, give it a try. Try to make this and, make one of your own. You can make them smaller, just have to make the ephemera smaller, but you can make it into a mini journal as well. So then all you do here, since this is the edge of the pocket I left hanging over the bottom, so that would make this the front, the way I tie my ribbon, and I'm not sure if I'm completely in frame with this, but I match the ends like that. There's a loop on the other end like that, and this is going to be kind of messy, but you just lay that down, bring it around the back. I put one tie through the loop in this case, the other tie I bring up and around the back like that. I'm going to try to put it up a little closer to the top, which kind of keeps the alligator mouth to a minimum when the journal is closed, and you just pull it and tie it, and if you don't have the bow right quite in the middle, it just slides. So that is all there is to that. A very simple, very pretty, sometimes I say less is more. In this case, it's just, meant to be a very simple sort of traveler's journal. Lots of space to journal in here because it only has 40 pages front and back, rather than like 80 or something like that. So, and again, I didn't want to take up a lot of space with pockets and extra journaling cards or tags or anything like that, because I didn't want to, make it too much of an alligator mouth and then you kind of miss how the cover looks. So that is the back, that is the front, and that is the end of our tutorial, our flip through for today. I'm sorry. I am going to try to get this up tonight as long as my computer will cooperate, and then I'm going to be going back to, and I have this over here, let me see if I can get this out without making too much fuss. Got to go down a couple here to find what I was working on. Oh my goodness, here we go. Okay. This is our next project. We're going to be going back to doing the full piece that I had made, at least the layout that I had made for Angela Kerr for her friendship journal. Many of you asked if I would show how I did the whole piece. We've got part of the construction done. I've added something, so I'll get to that later. But I did work on putting the trifold tuxedo pocket together. I have not decorated it yet, but I did make this little journal, which I'll show in the other video as well. And this is, each page folds out. So it folds out like this, and then it folds out like this, and it folds out like this. And then the same on the right side, it's the same thing. So it gives you lots of journaling space, even in this, this narrow little journal. So that's what's going to be in the middle of this, and then we're going to do a little decorating on this as well. But I just wanted to show you that part. This will be the next video coming up, is continuing more of this. And I think what this video will be on is the collage piece that was in sort of in the middle It's going to be a slightly different kind of collage, and it's got some little hidden secrets, which I think is going to be fun. So that's going to be the next video, putting that collage piece together, and depending on how quickly we can do that, maybe decorating this a little bit, we'll see. And then from there we'll move on to the picture frame, which comes down, you know, that folds out, folds down, to reveal more writing space. Lots of hidden little places. And the little surprise, because I always have to have one, I guess. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll work on that later. This is the end of the flip through for the, well, I guess what I'm calling right now an envelope journal, which, like, everybody has an envelope journal, but this is, you know, I don't know what else to say. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I'm rapidly approaching getting 1,000 subscribers, which I am just thrilled about. I am totally amazed by that, and I am so grateful to everybody who is subscribing. As I said before, I'm going to be moving the first week of August, and there's lots for me to take care of between now and then. So I'm trying to squeeze some of these videos in and maybe get a few ahead so that I can schedule them to air while I'm not able to do this, while all of this stuff is packed up and in transit and waiting to be unpacked in my new home. So the 1,000 may happen during the move. It may not, but I am going to do a giveaway for that. I have not yet decided the terms of the giveaway. What I would like to have done, I'm thinking with some of the things that I'm doing and that I'm just holding on to, because my hope was to open an Etsy shop, hopefully in the fall. I may do a drawing for a winner, and I would put up certain things that I've made. Maybe this included, maybe some of my other journals. My other one is someplace else, but well, I'm knocking things over. I do have this one as well. I do have the larger, which I have not finished as well, which is over here. The larger tuxedo pocket, which I intend to make into an ephemera folder. So there'll be different kinds of things in here. I told you I have all these projects all over the place. So that's a possibility. The other journal like this with the dragonflies on it. I don't know what else I may have in the interim. Perhaps even a whole journal. I am working on one. Now, so many irons in the fire. I am working on this one as well. This is partly done. Since this was such a short video, I'm taking a few minutes to do this. I'm working on this one as well. So this is another journal. It's 3 signatures. So that's a possibility that it may be offered as well as one of the choices. So I'm thinking right now, what I would do is to have whoever wins choose whatever it is out of the, you know, maybe, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 items, depending on what I'm doing, to have them choose which one they would want to be their prize. That's what I'm thinking. I'm making no promises, but that's what I'm thinking. So we'll have to see in the future what that brings. But I really do appreciate this. I appreciate all your support. Your kind words and comments are just so encouraging and so uplifting to me. It's just amazing. It really is just amazing. And I am so grateful to all of you for that. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye on my subscriber count as you come and go here from Rose Lane. And as I get near 1,000 or maybe just a little over, I don't know. It depends on when that happens in conjunction with my move. And we'll see what we can do about doing my very first giveaway for Rose Lane. I am so excited. Again, thank you all so much. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.